everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. We are here on a little walk-in chat, dog walk-in roll. Yeah, we're here, we're doing it. Can you sit? Sit. Sit. Apollo. Sit. Good boy. Thank you. Okay. Easy. Good boy. Good boy. So yeah, we're here on a little vlog-in chat. Just doing a little neighborhood stroll today, which is the 3rd of January, Wednesday. And yeah, we're just taking the boy out for a walk. This is my 3rd attempt at recording a vlog over the past week. One of them was what was that? Actually, no, this is my 2nd attempt. I'm sorry. I made an attempt. No, is it my 3rd? Yes, it is. So I attempted to record a vlog on New Year's Eve, and that vlog, it did go fine as far as audio and everything was fine, but I don't know what it is about me, but I tend to get really, I'm not emotional, but just really I just do a lot of reflection right around the end of the year, which is a good thing, thinking about what I want to get out of this next year, and not necessarily making resolutions, but just what are some of my just general goals that I feel like I haven't been making positive moves towards, or what are some things that I'd like to improve, not just in the next year, but just in life, 5, 10 years, 20 years, and what am I doing or not doing to take steps towards that, and how can I kind of, improve, I guess, make some changes. So it's not because it's, I have to make all these changes and make all these commitments on January 1st, but it's more just thinking about the past year, just some self-reflection. And so I did this whole vlog, and it was very I don't know, it was pretty heavy stuff. And even though it was really good to get all that stuff off my chest, and I think I'm gonna keep doing that, just record this stuff almost like a diary. But it wasn't necessarily, I listened back to a little bit, I was like, I don't know if I want to share all this. It's a little too heavy for my vlog, and I was like, maybe someday I'll release it, but I ended up just deleting the clips just to save storage space. But I'm glad that I talked through it, but needless to say, I'll just summarize it by saying, I'm looking forward to this year. I'm feeling really good about 2024 and what it might bring, and I'm just excited for what comes next. So that's kind of the moral of the story. It took me a while to get there, and I talked through a lot of it, but it was nice just to say it out loud. It was very therapeutic. I just don't know if I was wanting to share it at the end of the day. So thank you for at least making me feel like I can talk about that stuff, or encouraging me to continue to create a space like that. But I'll just have to, I'm just gonna continue to be mindful of I think I'm gonna keep that to myself. So but anyway, so I filmed that on New Year's Eve. I took Apollo to the open space, and then we went back to the open space yesterday, and I ran into some audio issues. It was recording fine until the last 20 minutes of our walk. My microphone once again started doing that screeching thing every couple of seconds. So I'd get half a sentence in, and then it'd be wee for a minute, 10, 15 seconds. And then you'd hear me again for a little bit, and then be wee. It's why does it keep doing that? So I don't know what's going on with my audio. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I'm just gonna keep trying. I can't tell if it's the microphones themselves or if it's the receiver that's attached to the camera that receives the audio. If it is the receiver, I can unplug that because the microphones have storage just in the mic. So it will record the audio separate, and then I'll just have to sync it up with the actual video clips. But when we're doing a vlog, it doesn't really matter necessarily when I stop or start. It's just me talking, you know? So you won't know if I'm saying this sentence right now or if I was saying it at the end of the block. So if it is the receiver, then I'll just do the mic and try that. If it's the microphones that are the problem, then I'm probably going to reach out to DJI, the company that I bought them from, and see if anything can be done, because the mic setup I think was like $300 or $400, so I don't really feel like buying those again, all of this again. But for whatever reason, when we go on these little neighborhood walks, I have good luck. So you might see more of these more frequently. I have no idea what the cause is, but we're gonna keep trying. I'm not overly concerned about it, but you know, it does make it tough when I go to edit a vlog and then we get to like the last 20 minutes and I'm like, oh no. So I deleted yesterday's. So come on. What is it? What is it? You don't need it. Come on, let's go. Let's keep moving, sniffy boy. So yeah, I was just like, again with the screeching. It's just this really loud, high-pitched tone that I'm sure people wouldn't appreciate listening to for 20 minutes straight. So anyway, so yeah, we went on our vlog, or I recorded that vlog yesterday. I was like, you know what, let me just start fresh. We'll do a little neighborhood stroll. I don't mind talking again. And if anything, take 3, by this time I'll have kind of whittled down what I was talking about. So it might be a little bit more succinct, we'll see. And I forgot to charge my camera batteries last night. So I charged them as much as I could today. So I have one full one and one partial one, which usually gets us through a pretty average walk. I'm never really dipping into my third battery, because then we're talking like 2+ hours of recording time. But I cleared all the audio off the mics, all the saved clips. I cleared those, charged the mics, charged the receiver, cleared my memory card. So I'm like, everything's fresh and clean and, you know, ready to start saving stuff. So I'm wondering if the mics were just full on capacity and it ran into some issues. I'm wondering if batteries were low on those. Who knows? But we're gonna try again today. So come along with me. Okay, sniffy boy, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. He is extra sniffy. He's healing up pretty well. His cone is off, as you can see. And you might be able to get a little peek as he's walking around of his scar, or his wound that he has across the top of his head. The hair's growing back on it now, but it still looks a little gnarly. It's like a 3-inch, gash right across the top of his head. Come on, what are you doing? Not everything needs sniffs. Let's go. Let's keep going. This boy, he wants to smell everything. It's been a few days since we've done a neighborhood walk. I've been trying to take him to the open space because I kept him cooped up in the house for pretty much a week. We did short little neighborhood walks, but other than that, several short walks. But other than that, we've been doing a lot of cuddling at the house and playing with his toys in the house, just because I've been very protective of my little guy with his injury. But he hasn't been scratching at it. His cone's off. It's healing up and it's scabbed over, and now the scab's starting to it's starting to come off, which is kind of gross, but it just means it's healing, which is nice. And he's done with his antibiotics and all that stuff. So we're healing up pretty good. And yesterday was the first time I let him off leash at the open space. Not the one where he hurt his head, but the more flat kind of open field one. And so I just kept an eye on him, making sure he wasn't running his head through the grasses and stuff. And he did good. He was mindful of his head. So I think we're approaching normalcy again. I just feel so bad because he's got that big old slash on the top of his head. I'm like, oh, my little baby. But he's okay. He's a tough guy. He's a tough guy for sure. So he's healing up, and he's not fussing about it. I'm fussing about it way more than he is for sure. But yeah, I just finished work 20 minutes ago. So it was time. Let me set our workout here. Boom. Okay. Let's put in some miles, baby. So yeah, we're just out here strolling around, little sunset evening stroll, late afternoon stroll. It's about 4:20. And yeah, just living life. As far as life stuff goes, since the last time I put up a vlog, not too much has been going on. Finished up my little Christmas time off, so I'm back to work. Come on. So I'm back to work, and it's actually, today was the busiest day so far since I've been back. Yesterday was, I think people were still coming back from vacation, but today was a lot of work. A lot of scrambling to get some things wrapped up, but not overwhelming. It was expected. So I'm hoping now that all of that's set up, I've got a few tasks to tackle tomorrow to get kind of fully caught up, and then I have Friday off. I have every other Friday off, so I have Friday off. Come on, let's go, Sniffy. So yeah, things are life-wise are going well. Part of that vlog that I tried to film, or that I filmed on New Year's Eve, was just talking a little bit about my worry about the New Year's Eve party and, you know, the alcohol that's usually involved with that. I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go, and I don't want everyone to be giving me, to be hassling me, or people to be, you know, commenting on it. And I was like, I'm probably gonna get annoyed because everyone's gonna be drinking, and I'm gonna want to, or get, you know, frustrated when people, or everyone's drunk and I'm, you know, I'm like, ugh. But it actually was a fantastic party. It was over at my buddy Scott's house. There was about 20 of us there, and we were all kind of fairly dressed up. It was kind of a dress to impress kind of thing. So, oh, we've got potty. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I just had to pick that up. There's a trash can, I think, around this corner, so we'll have to go investigate. But yeah, it was an absolute blast. It was a dress to impress, so I had to get out the ironing board and my button-up shirt and my fancy sweater and all that stuff. But it was really fun. I didn't get hassled at all. A couple people asked me what I was drinking, and I was like, oh, I'm just having, I bought, I got a bottle of champagne just to, you know, to provide something to the hosts as a host gift. And then they're really into indoor plants, so I found this really cute indoor plant to get them as a host gift. And then I bought myself a 4-pack of sugar-free Red Bull, so I was just drinking that and water. So a couple people were like, oh, what are you drinking? Let me refill your drink. I was like, oh, just Red Bull, like nothing in it? And I was like, no, just Red Bull. And they're like, oh, okay. So that happened a couple of times, but other than that, it was totally fine. And then they poured champagne flutes glasses of champagne as we got close to midnight. And then we were all supposed to cheers at midnight. So I just held my glass and kind of pretended to partake. And then my buddy Joe, his girlfriend, was standing next to me, and I was like, will you drink my champagne? And she's like, yeah, sure. But the bottle that I brought, hold on. But yeah, the bottle that I brought was like a mid-range, you know, $20, $30 bottle of champagne. I think they drank that before midnight. And then the champagne that they had for the toast, they just bought like a case of champagne from Costco. It was like the Kirkland brand. So my buddy's girlfriend went to go take a sip, and she's like, this is really bad. And I was like, oh, okay, well, you don't have to drink mine then. So she just like casually strolled over to the sink and then dumped it out. I was like, nobody saw you. So, but yeah, it was totally fine. I had nothing to worry about. The people that did know or do know were totally respectful of it. So I'm like, yes, that was like another hurdle of mine that I was worried that I was going to be tempted. And I didn't feel tempted at all. Like, I had an absolute great time, even though everyone else was drinking and I wasn't. Like, I didn't feel weird. I didn't feel pressured. I didn't feel like I was missing out. It was a fantastic evening. I had nothing to worry about. So we're going to keep this train going. As of the 12th of January, I will be 90 days sober. So whoop whoop. So yeah, I'm glad I passed that little hurdle and I'm ready to keep moving and grooving. I don't have a set end date. I'm just gonna keep going. We'll see. But my energy continues to be up. I need to find a trash can. Let's go up here. Let's see if we can find a trash can. What do you think, Apollo? This is the Lowe's by my house, so I'm sure they'll have trash cans at the front of their store. Let's find out. But yeah, it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. More fun than I thought I was going to have given my situation. Hold on, let me find a trash can. So yeah, did the party. We had a really good time. And then after midnight, we were just dancing, and I think I have like one picture. If I remember, I'll throw it in here. But we were just dancing and having a good time. And then probably around like 1 o'clock is when everyone started getting a little sloppy drunk. So I wasn't annoyed by any means. I just knew like it's my time to go. Like, people are taking a turn and I'm not there with them. And I think this is just the right time to go. So I stayed until about 1 a.m, until a couple people were doing the, you know, you're trying to like talk to them and they're like leaning on you like, I love you so much. And you know, the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, I love you too. Of course. Yeah. No, I just, seriously. And I'm like, It's like, I'm not with you right now. So that, and then like, you know, the couples starting to do the sloppy makeout sessions, and I'm just like, okay, it's my time to go. So I made a hasty retreat, but I did say goodbye to everyone. It wasn't like I was bailing. It was time, you know. So I came home, and of course, January 1st was the start of the Astronomer Paint Along 2024 that Mia is hosting. So I had already kitted up my canvas. It was sitting on my craft table, everything ready to go. So I came home and I was like, I can't just go to bed on the first day of this event without, you know, ringing in the new year, putting down a few drills. So I put down like 3 or 4 colors. By that time, we're talking like 2 a.m. I was like, bedtime. So I went to bed, and that was that. But it was an absolute blast. You know, at the party, we had the kazoos and the party poppers and the New Year's hats and the whole shebang. So it was just a really good time. Scott and his girlfriend Jen were fabulous hosts, great appetizers, and they put on a really nice party. So I had an absolute blast hanging out with my friends. So that was a good time. And then the next day, we just kind of had a lazy day. On New Year's Day, me and Apollo just cuddled a lot. He was in a cuddly mood, and I was in a cuddly mood. So we just kind of hung out, went for a longer walk. But other than that, I just did some diamond painting and kind of chilled. So that's kind of how life stuff has gone up until today. Not a ton of updates. It's been relatively quiet, you know, which has been really good. I did one commitment that I'm going to make is I was like, okay, you stop drinking, you've lost some weight, your energy's up, things are looking good. Let's go ahead and start incorporating some workouts and strength training, because really all I do as far as working out is walking with Apollo. And granted, we do on average 3 miles a day. On the top end, we're closer to 6 miles a day if we're going on a longer hike or a longer walk, but I'd say 3 miles is pretty average for us. But just like we're doing right now, it's a lot of stopping and starting, and I'm not like pushing myself. Sometimes I get some good heavy breathing going on, but that's kind of the most that I do, other than stretching throughout the day. Okay, let's go. So it's time. I would like to start tacking on some more stuff because I have the energy for it. It's just setting aside the time to do it. And I'm most likely going to do it at the gym that I have at work. We have a 24/7 gym at work that I've only used like 3 times in the year that I've been there. But it just requires me to either stay late or come in early, which means Apollo's in his crate for longer. But he's gotten to the point now where an extra 30 minutes, an extra hour isn't the difference between him having an accident or not. Like he hasn't ever had an accident in his crate. And he's old enough now that he's good about hanging out in there. He doesn't whine or cry. So I think it's time that come on, let's just keep moving forward, huh? I know you love smelling stuff. It's your favorite thing. So yeah, I don't know when that'll start, probably next week sometime, because to get to the gym early, I need to leave the house at like 5:45 in the morning, which means I need to be up at like 4:45, 5 o'clock to get out the door in time. So it's just like waking up that early is such a pain. And then once you're done with your full day at work, it's like you just want to go home, you know? So it's just, I have to build the habit. It's just a matter of building that habit. But that's next step. And we'll see how consistent I can be with that. And then we'll start talking about diet. Because that's the last thing I'm willing to let go of, is like eating whatever I want. And it's been tough. Like my sweet tooth has definitely kicked up since I stopped drinking. Like my body still wants that sugar. And so I never used to be a cakes person or like too much of a sweets person. But now I'm like always like, ooh, what's for dessert? Or like in the morning, I'm like, you know what sounds good right now? A nice pastry. So I need to curb that as well. So baby steps, one step at a time. But I think I'm off to a good start. And so yeah, it's not part of a New Year's resolution. I mean, I made this decision in the middle of October. So it's more about like when, for me at least, when I'm ready and I know that, you know, I'm ready to commit to something. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. It's when it's time, you know. My body just kind of, you know, just lets me know it's time to make some changes, I guess. And I was reading a book or listening to a book, and one of the quotes they said is, something that's for you won't pass by you. And so I've been trying to like really embrace that mindset of just, you know, looking for those cues, listening to myself and going that route rather than being like, on this day I will do this, because my self-sabotage side of me will immediately be like, how do we get him out of that commitment, you know? So I just have to be more casual. We're gonna do a loop around this block, then we'll go up the hill and over, just to give us some more time. But yeah, so that's what's going on life-wise. Actually, this might be a shorter vlog, so let's just go up the hill. I might talk minimally, because this is the hill that always gets me. Come on, baby. Please don't make me pull you up this hill. He always finds something to sniff up this hill. So then not only am I pulling my own bod, I'm pulling his bod. I'm just like, come on. So I'm gonna keep him on a short leash till we get to the top. So yeah, make sure to let me know how things are going for you in the comments. Depending on what Jeff is doing, my roommate, if he's going to his girlfriend's tonight, then I'm gonna film a responding to your comments whip-in chat because I'm so far behind. Been getting a lot of engagement on the channel, which is so awesome, but I'm so far behind on filming responding to your comment whip-in chats. I'm like a month behind. So I've got to really catch up, and I might have to film an entire separate one specific to the conversation around AI artists, because that video has a ton of comments that I haven't gotten to yet. So we'll see. I might end up filming 2 tonight if my voice will allow it, because I feel so far behind. Come on. But yeah, other than that, things are going well. I'm getting prepped to move. I move on February 1st, so just under a month away. Started organizing some clothes and kind of taking stock of what needs to happen. But the nice thing about moving just, across, not even across town, it's like an 8-minute drive. But the nice thing about that is I should be able to avoid actually having to pack up a lot of stuff like in boxes. A lot of small stuff I will pack in boxes just for ease, but a lot of my stuff, like clothes and whatnot, I'm just gonna take them right out from my closet, right in the back of the car, out of the car into the new closet. So just a clean transfer. And then I've already coordinated borrowing my buddy's truck so I can move my love seat and my mattress, and everything else should fit in my car. So, the TV is the one thing. But it was kind of funny. I was talking to Joe, who I'm going to be living with. The 2 people that are moving out, it's a long story. They're part of our close friend group, and I was friends with one of them for over a decade, but we no longer talk. Someday I'll talk about that. But at one time, I had an extra TV. So I gave him my extra TV, or let him use it, because he didn't have one. So he's moving out now, and he's like, they told me that TV that's in our house has been yours this whole time. I'm like, yeah, I didn't say anything, because if they were gonna take it, I wasn't gonna put up a fuss. I mean, it's just a TV, and I'd rather not engage with them and just let them take it. He's like, well, they're gonna leave it. And I was like, oh, cool. So now I will have I'll have 2 TVs again, so I can put one in my room. But then on the flip side, my current roommate, Jeff, he doesn't have a TV. The one that's in our living room is mine, is my other one. So I may let him hold on to that one until he gets one, or when his girlfriend moves in with her TV, which she's not moving in to take my place in the current apartment until March. So he'd have a month without a TV. So I'm like, maybe I'll just let him hold on to that for a month. If you go poop again, I ran out of bags. Wait, did I? Yes. So we at least need to get closer to the apartments that have free bags. So hold it, mister. Because I don't want to have to walk all the way back here. So yeah, I don't know. There's all this shuffling of TVs, but eventually I will have 2, so I can put one in my room, which will be nice. Because then I can watch like YouTube and like streaming services while I diamond paint, because everything's gonna have to be in my room now. My desk for work, my craft, like everything has to be in that room. It's a much bigger house, but I don't have 2 bedrooms anymore. I'll just have the one. So I could diamond paint at the dining room table if I wanted to, but what I diamond paint on now is a 6-foot folding table. So I'm thinking when I want to diamond paint, I can unfold it, set it up, then tear it down when I'm done. So we'll see. I haven't really planned all that out necessarily, but there's plenty of room. It's just where in the house. So yeah, that's kind of moving stuff. Been doing some more organizing with my craft stuff, which we'll get to. But yeah, just kind of prepping and taking it easy, nothing too crazy. I don't have a ton to move, it doesn't feel like, but I'm sure once the time actually comes, I'll be like, why do I have all this stuff? But I took pretty much the whole week off, first week off of February, so I can move relatively slowly at a good pace and not feel stressed about it and not feel like I have to get work done too. So that'll be nice. And I'm glad that I work at a place that gives me that flexibility. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna take the 1st through the 7th off because I'm moving. So anyway, yeah, that's life stuff. Let's go ahead and jump right into diamond painting. Like I said, this is my 3rd go around providing these updates. So at this point, I'm like, let's just get to it. I've already rambled about each of these topics in previous vlogs that unfortunately you won't see, but at least you get the condensed version now instead of me going on and on. Okay, let's cross. Easy. Hi, cutie. Oh my goodness, this little boy. He's been pulling at my heartstrings because he has been extra cuddly this past week. Like, he'll come up and just like put his head on my lap and just look at me with those eyes. And I'm like, are you okay? Are you in pain? What's going on? And then he'll lay on the couch and he's got his little puppy eyes. And I just want to like cuddle him and get all up in his grill. And for a couple nights he's been, he'll go to bed with me in bed until I fall asleep. He gets too hot, then he sleeps on the floor, and then he jumps back up in bed with me in the morning. But the past couple nights, he's been sleeping in the bed with me the whole night, like all up in my grill. And I love it because he's nice and warm and he's super soft and cuddly. So I'm just like, come here, you're gonna be my pillow. So we've just been cuddling it up. And then last night, my roommate was home and I was in the craft room and my roommate decided to go to bed and he had Apollo out on the couch with him cuddling, and he brought Apollo into his room to go to bed. And I opened the door because usually when that happens, I'll go get Apollo to come hang out with me or we'll go to bed at the same time. But Jeff was like, he came in my room and I could tell that he wanted to sleep with Apollo. And I was like, you can have him tonight. So he got to cuddle with his other dad, my roommate. So he got to cuddle with him last night. And I don't mind it once in a while, but it does feel lonely when I go to bed without Apollo. I'm like, it's cold and I don't have my fluff bunny. So anyway, but it's fine. I don't mind letting Apollo have sleepovers. So diamond painting, let's get into it. Some more changes to what I have going on. I filmed my stash video. Come on, let's go. I filmed my stash video last week, which already, like, I can't believe how many people have already watched that. I mean, my channel is not very big, so when a video gets like over like 300 views, I'm like, holy moly. And I think it has like 1,200 or something now. So I'm like, geez, people really like stash videos. But what was nice is it was about an hour shorter than the one that I did over the summer, because I had 111 kits in May of 2023, and now I have 81. So I lost 30 kits, mainly because of the destash that I did, but also just kitting down and getting rid of some canvases that I knew I just wouldn't ever work on. So that felt nice to know that my stash is that light, comparatively to what it was prior. But I was organizing, and I keep all of my kits in various places. So there was 6 or 7 kits that I had thrown the boxes away for. So the canvas was hanging on a hanger in my closet, and then the drills were in what I called my trunk of doom, which is this big black plastic trunk that I would put all my drills in. I'd put them in Ziploc storage containers with the legend and stickers and stuff, and just throw them in there, thinking that was a good idea when I very first started diamond painting. But what I found is all my sticker sheets were getting destroyed, and those bags just getting jostled around. All this, the individually cut stickers would all peel off, and drill bags would open. It was just not a bright idea. So I've been wanting to get rid of that. So I was like, okay, I have extra boxes from when I did my destash. Let me box these loose canvases back up, put the drills back with them again, and then any other kits that I do have the boxes on it for, but the drills are in that trunk, I'll go ahead and put those back in too. So I collected, my other kits were in our mud room, and then some I had in my craft room. I was like, let me get them all together, organize them, get the drills back, married with their canvas, get stuff boxed up. Let's just get everything back together. So I was starting to collect everything. I'm like, why don't I just do my stash video? I'm going through all my kits right now. I was also updating my spreadsheet as I went. I'm like, it makes no sense why I wouldn't just film this. I'm pretty much doing a stash video without filming it. So I was like, all right, let me get the camera set up, let's do it. So that was a lot of fun. I was able to get all my kits in boxes, so I don't have any more loose canvases other than my whips, obviously. And I got almost all of the drills out of the trunk of doom put back in their boxes. There was a couple of, maybe we should cross the street here. I've never been this far. Let's see what happens. I do have dinner plans tonight. I'm meeting Jeff for dinner at 7, but we've got time. But yeah, there was a few sets of drills that I wasn't able to put back in the box because the boxes were pretty damaged. And I was like, the drills are just gonna fall out of this the second I go to move it. Like the whole side had separated, you know, the glue had to come apart. I just wanna make sure we don't get totally lost. Oh, okay. I know where we are. Let's turn around. Let's not go that way. I know where we are now, and we don't need to go that way. Because there's a couple main roads right over here, so it's just going to be a lot of car noise. Come on. Come on. Come on. So that was good. It was good to get all of that organized, and it was a really fun stash video to film because by the time I was done, I was like, everything's put away and everything's organized. So now I can move it. They're all stacked up. All of my kits are stacked up on top of Apollo's crate, which I don't love because now the craft room feels very crowded, but they'll be moved in a few weeks. So, hey, no, that's someone's lawn. I know you like jumping up. Come on. I know, I'm sorry. But yeah, that was a very fulfilling stash video because I was able to get a lot organized. So yeah, I filmed that. But anyway, so as far as diamond painting goes, I'll start with my whips this time. So I have Astronomer by Miles Pinckney and Diamond Art Club. I'm 3 days into working on that kit, and I got a lot done on January 1st on New Year's Day. So I'm one section away from having the first column completed because I'm working on it from the top left down to the bottom left and then over. I have it sideways on my crafting table. And so if I do get to do some diamond painting tonight, I should be able to finish that last section and have that first column completed. I don't think I'll be able to keep up that pace by any means. It was just because I had, that day off, Monday off. But I would like to finish that kit within the event time frame. It ends at the end of February. So I'm like, maybe I'll be able to get this done in 2 months. But it's a big kit. I think it's like 70 by 105 or something like that. It's a big boy, and it's very, very detailed, very technical, and confetti heavy. So it's just going to be a time-consuming project, but it's moving along relatively quickly. Do you have to eat every little bit of snow, huh? Come here. Hi, big boy. Oh. Let's see what we've done. 1.5 miles, so we're halfway. So I've got Astronomer going, and then I have Destruction from Jupiter Blossom and Distracted by Diamonds. I think it's like a 60 by 80, 70 by 80 round drill canvas, and it's supposed to be my easy breezy in between canvas to work up, but it's pretty confetti heavy in and of itself, and it's a big canvas, so it's definitely not easy breezy. But I've got a little more than one section done on that. I don't foresee that one being done soon because I keep defaulting to my other round drill project, which we'll get to. So who knows when that'll get done, but I do like it. I love the colors, and the artwork is just really interesting. I don't know if it's everyone's cup of tea, but I really like it. So I've got that going, and then I have, should we just go back the way we came? Yeah, let's just go back the way we came. If we go straight, it's a little shortcut. Cuts off this whole little horseshoe that we did, but we'll go back this way. So I've got that going. I haven't worked on that in the past few days. And then I have, come on. I've got my mystery kit from Jaded Gem Shop. I've got 5 sections of that kit left to do. So I'm hoping to get that done by the end of the month. We shall see. I told myself I want to rotate between Astronomer, do a section, and then another kit, do a section, and then Astronomer, another kit, Astronomer, another section, back and forth, so I can keep forward momentum on Astronomer. So I've got that mystery kit, and it looks so good. I want to finish it so bad because it looks so good, but I also want to work on this event-specific kit. Excuse me, sir? 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 He saw a bunny. Come on. Come on. What? Did you see a bunny? So yeah, I've got that mystery kit going. Very close to being finished. And then I have Borealis from Jaded Gem Shop. Mystery kit is from Jaded Gem Shop too, I'm sure you know. But Borealis is, I'm gonna say 45% complete. I just finished a second section, and I'm working on that one bottom left to bottom right going up, so bottom to top. So I'm like 2 or 3 sections left from being halfway up. So that one is another one that I could foresee being done, not at the end of the month, but probably by the end of next month. I should have that one finished. It's going pretty quickly. I love working on that canvas. It's probably my favorite one as far as working on to do right now, because the resin rounds are just fantastic. The drill field is perfect. And I love the colors. It's got like, the last couple sections have been a lot of this like slate smoky gray, but then you get these pops of like icy blues and aquamarines, and then as you work across you get into these super bright yellows and reds, and as I work up I'll be working with these super bright greens and purples and pinks, so it's just got like a whole rainbow effect of color. So every time you reveal a section it almost feels like a different kit, because you go from like all these icy blues and grays and silvers, and then suddenly it's like canary yellows and fire reds, and then the next section you reveal is like, here's some more of the icy blues, and then now some purple. So it's just like a very engaging canvas to work on, and it's got a decent amount of confetti mixed with some color blocking, so it's just like, it's great. It's like the perfect blend of everything. If you like round drills, you'll probably really like that kit. Oh, I've got a couple of dogs. Hold on. Oh, that dog is pretty. It's a pretty baby, huh? Come on. Come on. Apollo. Come on. Come on. Pay attention. There's cars. Come on. Come on. So yeah, I'm loving Borealis. The sections that I'm working on for that kit, each section's pretty big because I've been going beyond the release paper just because I want to do more of it at once, but it's going really well. So that one will most likely be done by the end of February, as long as the move goes smoothly. We'll see. And then I think that's it. I think that's it for all my whips I have. Oh, and then Mousonnet Lob Mousse, my cross stitch conversion. I haven't touched that, but once the mystery kit is done, I think I'm going to spend some time on that kit. I don't know what my percent completion I want to go for, if I even have a goal for that, but I would like to get some of that done. Okay, so now we're over here. Let's keep going. Let's keep walking. Come on. So yeah, those are my five whips: Astronomer, Mousonnet Lob Mousse, Mystery Kit, Borealis, and Destruction. So I've got those 5 whips going, which is lower than I have been for a while as far as active whips, because I got rid of Woman in Gold and I got rid of Darth Vader. So I was able to kind of cut back by getting rid of some kits that just weren't doing it for me anymore, and I knew I would probably never complete. So as I was prepping to move, I'm like, I'm not moving these to another house. Like, either take them to work and let other people work on them, or get rid of them. So I just kitted them both down. So yeah, and then as far as projects that are kitted up, not started, that's where the biggest change is, because I've been in a kitting up kind of mood. Just getting stuff into storage containers. I was like, I have empty storage containers and I've got packs of drills. Let's marry the two so I have only one thing to move. So once again, just all about condensing and consolidating. So I'll run through those. I'm going to get my tracker out because there's quite a bit different this time. Sniffy boy. Okay, so I have Sunset Crossing from Craftably, kitted up, not started. I took another close look at that kit when I did my D-stash, and I'm like, you know what, I really do like this kit. I don't know why I give it such a hard time, and it's my only Craftably kit. I've never finished a Craftably kit before. The one other one that I started, I bailed on. So I'm gonna work on it. I'm keeping it. So I rolled it up and put it in a box, but it's kitted up. Then I have my Mystery Kit 14 Fantasy from Diamond Art Club in Ivy Dollamore. So the Ivy Dollamore Mystery Kit that is kitted up, not started. I have the Seasons Summer from Diamond Painting Shop, kitted up, not started. I have Satara from Diamond Art Club in Michaelgelina. I'm just waiting on my drills from DP with sparklers to arrive, and then I will start on that one. That's going to be my little snack size, quick finish in between kit. So I'll start on that as soon as the drills get here, and I have a feeling I'll finish that before I move by the end of this month. It should only probably take me a few days to finish that, but I really enhanced that one to the gods. I think I did 14 or 15 different enhancement drills, and it only has 19 colors. And I ordered a lot of enhancements for that one. So it's gonna be really sparkly, which will be awesome. And then I have Harbor Lights from Diamond Painting Shop. That's one of the 2 gigantic round drills that I received from Diamond Painting Shop. I think late 2022 or early 2023 is when I unboxed those. But their Harbor Lights is like 90 something by 120 something centimeters. It's huge. And so I just haven't ever decided to pull one down, and I'm like, you know what? I need to give Diamond Painting Shop more love more often. And so I'm going to start on that kit when I move, and it's just going to be a super duper long-term project that I'll just take down and pick at here and there, a section here and there. But it's one of the ones that was in a box that was pretty beat up. So I had the giant bag of drills. I was like, let me just kit these up. I have the space for it. So I kitted that up the other day, and I like resin rounds. I like the look of resin rounds, but acrylic rounds in zippered baggies are just a dream to kit up because there's no static, at least not that I've experienced. I had the same experience with Destruction is acrylic rounds and zippered baggies, and I'm like, I'm sure it's more time consuming and not as cost effective to have manufacturers bag up drills like this as opposed to the heat sealed bags, but my gosh, does it make kitting up so much easier. They just fall right into the containers, and I'm like, ugh, why can't all diamond painting kits be this easy to kit up? Like, static is my enemy number one. I don't know who I have to appeal to so we can find a solid resolution to the static that happens during manufacturing, but if I have to pick it outside of the Diamond Art Club factory and be like, no more static. What do we hate static? When do we want it gone? Now. I'm over it. I know there's probably nothing that can be done. It's nobody's fault. But the fact that some companies like the acrylic rounds and the zippered bags, I'm like, how do they get them to not be so staticky? I'm like, is there some kind of powder or something that they could like dust over the drills during the packing process that would eliminate this? Or is there some sort, like, I don't know, there's gotta be something. But anyway, enough about static. I hate static, and I'm gonna rally against it in 2024. But Harbor Lights is kitted up. It's got crystals, it's got ABs, like, it's gonna be beautiful. It's just huge. And I don't think I've seen anyone finish that kit. I think I saw Lindsay over at Emeralds and Fairy Lights unbox that kit last year or the year prior, but I don't think I've seen a finish of it. And I don't think I've seen very many finishes of the Diamond Painting Shop giant landscapes. I think the only one that I've seen finished personally was, I think it's like Toadstool Cottage or something. And Rachel Ray had a finish of that one, and it looked like a picture, like it's so clear. So I can't wait to see what mine look like. But I've got Harbor Lights, and then I kitted Harbor Lights up into a 240 piece zippered container from Art Dot, and it only used around 140. So I had a whole tray of 80 containers that was empty in that. So I was like, hey, that's enough to kit up a whole nother project. So I kitted up Stella from Diamond Painting Shop. That is a square drill resin kit. resin drill kit, and that's from Hannah over at Iterations Crafts. So that's kitted up, not started. So I went up to six kitted up, and then not started, and then 5 whips. I have a total of 11 pending projects, and then everything else is still in boxes. And I guess that would be 70 kits still in boxes. And I still have over 20 to film unboxings for. So I have my work cut out for me. I'm gonna try to film back-to-back unboxings over the next couple weeks and get everything I have filmed and unboxed and scheduled before I move. I don't know if I have the voice for that many back-to-back unboxings. I can usually do 3 or 4 in one day without my throat hurting from talking so much and reading so many DMCs. But I'm gonna try to get as many done as possible before I move and just get them all scheduled so I can be like, all right, don't have to worry about an unboxing until October of 2024, you know, unless I get a new kit and I'm super excited about it, or I get accessories that I want to unbox, but I'll usually sprinkle those in here and there. But my Tuesday unboxings just get all those done. So right now I have 3 in the bank, so I'm good to go until the start of February, but I'd like to get well beyond that, especially since I have them out right now. They're out, they're easily accessible. I can go through and get all the plastic off of them, throw out the stuff that I don't need in the toolkits, all of that. So that's the plan. And then as far as what I have coming in, tomorrow I'm supposed to receive an order from Diamond Art Club. It's the only order that I have outstanding. I haven't purchased from anywhere else recently. And that has Path of Light from Jenny Lee. It has Rose Library from Ivy Dollamore. And it has, I think it's called Capture the Sky by Yume Art. That's not a new release. It's just me trying to complete my Yume Art collection. I still have 2 kits that I'm missing from Yume Art. I'll probably just wait for them to restock, but if you or someone you know has it in their stash and they're looking to destash it, I'd appreciate you telling me. It doesn't mean I'm gonna jump all over it, but I'd like to know if there's any available out there. And I'm looking for Seeding Imagination. It's the one with like the ocean and the fish from Yume Art that released over Black Friday. And then I'm looking for, what is it called? Oh no, what is it called? It's the piano one that Katie completed recently. Oh, she's gonna be like, how do you not know the name of that? Let me pull up my Diamond Art Club wish list. Da, da, da. You know what I'm talking about. It's part of the Crystal Instrument series, and it's the piano. I need that kit. Diamond Art Club. Here we go. I was talking about My Inner Sanctuary. That is the other Yume Art kit that I'm missing. And once I have those 2, my collection will be complete as of today. Of course, not including any future releases, but it'll be everything Diamond Art Club has released from Yume Art. And that'll be complete. And then my Ivy Dollamore collection, once Rose Library comes in, I'll be 100% complete on that too. So those are really the 2 artists that I will continue to collect. And then Jenny Lee is a new artist to the scene that I think I'm going to be collecting. And then there's one other new artist. They have an artist page for her on the Diamond Art Club site, but I don't think they've released anything from her. Let me see if I can pull that up. That is... I sent someone a screenshot of it. It was like, hey, I snuck a little peeksy poo, and it looks like Anne Havbo, ANN Havbo, Havbo. They have an artist profile on Diamond Art Club, but I don't think they've released anything from that artist yet. So I'd only assume that something's coming down the pipeline if they're gonna build a page out for her. And I saw a couple of her images pop up on the most recent voting, but that's an artist that I've been kind of passively stalking on Instagram for a little while. I didn't know too much about them. I just knew I loved the artwork. And then when I saw one of the images pop up on voting for Diamond Art Club, I was like, I know that picture. Where is that from? And I was like, it's one of the artists that I've been stalking. And she's an AI artist. Well, utilizes AI in her toolbox. So I was a little surprised by that, but I'm happy, over the moon backflips to see it, to see her pop up. Validating that artist as a legitimate artist is huge. So I'm so happy to see her pop up on Diamond Art Club. So anything that she releases, I mean, I've already scrolled through her Instagram so many times before. There isn't a single thing that I wouldn't buy from her. So go check out, I'll try to link her Instagram in the description so you can go have a peek-see-poo, but I'm sure you'll find something there that you're gonna be like, holy moly, this is beautiful, like jaw-dropping. Can't wait to diamond paint her artwork. So come on, Diamond Art Club, let's get those printers going. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Diamond painting wise, I put together so as far as like upcoming video ideas and stuff, I put together my pens that have 4 different types of placers on them from not 4 different shops, but the plastic placers from Diamond Art Club that come in the box, the fancy new metal multi-placers from Diamond Art Club, everlasting tips, and then the thin generic metal placers that you can get off of Amazon. So I have 4 different Enablers Outpost pens that have a set of those each, a single placer and a 4 placer. I think I did 4 and 6. So I'm gonna start working on 1 section of a square for each and 1 section of a round for each. And I'm gonna film little time lapses for each one and then talk about my experience with each one. And then at the end, do a final comparison, contrast, and pick a winner, which one was the best to work on. I haven't come up with like my rating criteria. I think ease of placement, amount of gapping, how quickly I have to replace the Mary Mud. I'm gonna come up with some different things, and then each one of those will have maybe like a 0 to 5 score, and then I'll add them all up, and whoever comes out with the highest score overall is the winner. So I thought that was gonna be something I could just crank out, like a video I could just throw together or put together quickly. But I'm like, I have to do 8 sections of diamond painting, 4 sections of a square and 4 sections of a round. This is gonna definitely be a project. Hold on. So yeah, it's definitely not gonna be like in a few hours I can put this together. It's gonna take me weeks to prepare that because I have to devote so much time to actually diamond painting for that one. And all the editing, and I'm moving. So I'm gonna start it this month with the filming, working with each of those products and then making my notes on it. But I'm sure that's gonna run into after I move. I don't think I'm gonna have a time to do all of that. But I am working on it, so be on the lookout for that. And I think another reason I wanted to be quick about it is I was like, what if another content creator decides that they want to do a comparison video of different pen tips? But I was like, who cares? Like, it just is going to add another data set to the community overall. So if someone does get to it before I do, I think that's fine. That bunny was really close, huh? That was a close one. Yeah, that was a close one. Come on. Come on. Let's go, baby. I was watching Rachel Ray's most recent Whip-In chat before I started this walk. I had to put it on pause. But she was just talking about how people give her grief for talking to Luna, her dog, like she's a person. I was like, I didn't know that was like a weird thing. I have full-on conversations with Apollo. Like, he knows what I'm saying. You know, he'll go get, like, I'm like, all right, I'm like, all right, do you want to go play? Go pick a toy out of your basket. And he'll go grab a toy out of his basket. I'm like, are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Go get some water. Go get a drink. And he'll run over and go get some water, a couple bites of food. Like, he understands, like, key words and stuff. So I'm like, why wouldn't I tie them to sentences? You know, he still picks up on it. And, you know, he does that cute thing where you talk to him and he kind of cocks his head to the side, like, I'm listening. What are you saying? And so I'm like, yeah, I talk to my dog like he is anybody else that I engage with for the most part, you know? And I think that's important. They like to feel communicated to and part of the conversation and included. So keep talking to your dog like it's a person, Rachel. It's totally fine. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, videos. So yeah, that pen tip video will be coming probably sometime in February, if not March. So I have that going. And then I have the idea for a question of reality paint along. I don't know which months I want to do that in because there's just, you know, some other stuff that might be happening. So I'm most likely going to do that one in the fall. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I'll probably decide maybe a month before I decide to, you know, before I kick it off so I can put the word out there. I was thinking spring, but with moving and some other ideas, it might not happen until the fall. And I don't know what, I hate talking about it because I don't want to jinx it. Or we'll just be completely honest, I don't want Katie to feel like I'm like inserting myself, but I'm intentionally leaving June and July free just in case I'm asked to do Summer with the Masters again this year. I would be absolutely honored, but I would also completely understand if she wants to take a different direction. You know, I didn't start that event, and I'm not sure what Jessica, did I say that right? Yeah, over at Tiny Worlds of Wonder has planned for this year. She was, you know, her and Katie are the original founders of that event. So I don't know what that looks like, but I'm leaving my calendar open just in case. I don't want to accidentally double book myself and not be able to do that because that was the highlight of my 2023, and it would most likely be the highlight of this year for me too. So I'm just gonna leave it open. Don't even really like talking about it because I don't want to jinx it and I don't want anyone to feel pressured. And please don't pressure Katie or message her regarding it. Let nature take its course and we'll see where we are. But I do say a little prayer every night. So I want to leave those months open. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. And then I have a different paint along that I'm working with another content creator / shop to put together. And that one might make the most sense in the spring too. So it's just like, we'll see. So the question of reality paint along is still an idea in my head. And I need to do a lot of research for that one as well. So I need time to put together said research. So we'll see. But it will happen this year. I will make sure it at least happens this year. So hold on to that kit if it's not one that you were intending on working on anytime soon, if it's in your stash. Or if you're like, that sounds interesting, it'll most likely be a 2-month paint along. I have the layout. Each week I'll pick a different theme from that image, whether it be the white rabbit or the red and blue pill or the little LSD square, some sort of theme or subject from that image. We'll do a little whip and chat and dive into some research on each of those, and then we can kind of share each other's thoughts. I'll probably do them as premieres so we can chat about it in the chat as the video's playing. So that's going to be the layout. I'd also like to have a couple of special guests to join in who have interest in some of these topics. And I will continue to attempt to reach out to Christopher Lavelle. I sent him an email through his contact me page on his website and on Instagram. I never heard anything. I mean, he's a major artist and I'm a little diamond painting content creator, so I doubt I'll ever hear from him, but I figured I'd at least try. And then if I do get a hold of him, I was hoping that he might be able to connect me with Neptune Project, which is the artist, musical artist that he did that artwork for one of their album covers. So it'd be cool to talk to both of them about that art, but I just don't know how realistic that is going to be for me to get in touch with them. But I might try like one more time, maybe in a couple months, and just say, hey, you know, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Would you be interested in XYZ? And see what they say. So, you know, just 30 minutes of their time to learn a bit more about the artwork and the meaning behind it. But anyway, so A Question of Reality Paint Along 2024 coming to a screen near you. I'm saying it now, I'm committing. It's gonna happen. And then, like I said, I'm working with a shop owner / content creator for a potential paint along, but we haven't ironed out the details for that yet, so I won't say too much. I wonder if, so this apartment building has a retaining wall that they built around it, but then the windows are underneath it. I'm wondering if that's permanent or temporary, because that would suck to have half of your window blocked by a cement wall. Eek. Huh, interesting. It looks like it's permanent. That kind of sucks. They're ground level apartments, but they built a retaining wall to cover it up. These are all going to be 55 plus active adult community apartments. That's what this is on this side. Let's see. Jeff's probably like, what is going on? So we are now at 3 miles. Yeah, we did it. So let's just head back to the house now. I keep trying to avoid busy streets for you. So I'm not yelling. And as far as battery goes, ooh, we're getting there. I do have a backup, but it's only partially charged, so let's walk fast. Other than that, another video series that I've been toying with is I have a snack size kit that I bought for a Christmas gift and ended up not using it, and it's called Sleepy and Grumpy Cat, I think. It's a Garfield image from Diamond Art Club. It's just a little guy. I was like, what do I do with this? Like, do I give it away? Do I donate it? And so what I was thinking of doing is I've seen how to diamond paint videos from a number of different content creators, like, intro to diamond painting. So I'm like, okay, I would like to do that, not only because I have this small kit to work with, but I also have been getting a lot of comments. You know, I just see them passively on my videos. And on my most recent stash video, so I haven't responded to any of these comments, but I do see them as they come in. I got a couple on my stash video that were like, hey Anthony, this is my first time watching your channel, my first video that I've watched of yours, and I'm also new to diamond painting. And I never think that there's still folks finding my channel in that way, like just starting diamond painting, stumbled upon my channel, you know, because usually to me, I'm like, the people that you almost always see are like Rachel Ray, Mrs. Coffee, Katie. I don't think of myself as someone that people would find early on. You know, I'm like the B-sides. I'm the B-sides of content creators. And so it just kind of surprised me. I got like 2 or 3 of those messages of like, hey, just found your channel and I just started diamond painting, you know, your collection, you know, XYZ. I was like, interesting. I didn't know that my content was reaching newer folks like that. Like I've always put my videos together or given advice for like newer content creators, but I don't have a lot for like brand new diamond painters. In fact, a lot of what I talk about is under the assumption that people know what I'm talking about, like ABs and sectioning off your canvas and release paper and resin versus acrylic. Like I drop all this terminology and stuff, assuming that everyone that's watching has been in the game for a little while. So I was like, maybe there is space for me to put together. We're at 4% battery. Hold on, let me pop in the new one. 1 second. Okay, we're recording again. We're only at 20-something% battery with this last one, or this one that I have, and that's all I've got. So we'll do the best that we can. We're almost done. Come on, this way, little sniff boy. We've done 3.16 miles. So we'll be at about 4 by the time we get back to the house, which is that's a good number to put on the board, huh? I'll get you nice and tuckered out. So I was like, okay, maybe there is a space for me to do a series of videos on how to diamond paint. And I was like, okay, so that's your idea. So many other people have done that same thing. How do you put your own spin on it, your own twist on it? So I was thinking of it like levels in a video game. So I think what I'm gonna do is do videos called like, so you've decided to start diamond painting, and that'll be the first one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up that sleepy and grumpy cat image or kit, and I'm just gonna go through everything that's in the kit and start, come on, jeez. What was that? What were you smelling back there? Jeez Louise. Thought you were gonna marry that fire hydrant. I'm gonna do everything with the stuff that's in there. So the pen that's in there, the baggies that are in there, gonna start working on that kit with exactly what is provided and nothing more. Apollo, get it together. Sorry everyone. He's hitting maximum pull mode. Oh, my arms, you're giving my arms a workout. Geez. So yeah, just use what's provided, explain what I'm doing, some tips and tricks utilizing the stuff that's there. And that'll be the first video, and then the second one will be like leveling up your diamond painting experience, or level 2 or something like that. Try to include some video game sound effects and stuff. And that second one is where I'll get into some of the additional accessories that you can buy to make life a little bit easier. And just my personal recommendations on specific products that I use every day, day in, day out, because I really have narrowed it down. You know, there's only one tray that I use, one brand of tray. There's only one type of putty. There's only one company that I use pens for. So I'm gonna make specific, pointed recommendations based on what I use every day. And then the third video is probably gonna be enhancement drills, and how to enhance your kit based off of what I know and what I do, and walk everyone through from kitting up to receiving the drill. So from identifying them, ordering them, receiving the drills, all that stuff. You know, other things like I could see myself doing other things like, and I've done videos of this when I very first started, like how I kit up. So like kitting up, that type of thing. working those in, and then like level 4 or something like that, and then continuing on until I've kind of shared everything I know. So I think that's how I'm going to do it, is kind of like leveling up your diamond painting experience and kind of make it more video gamey and kind of have a theme to it. I was thinking also things, things to avoid. Don't fall into this trap. Or yeah, like a video game, something like that. Like, don't fall into this trap. Because I feel like there's a number of things that I did early on that I'm like, yeah, none of that was necessary, at least for me. So it's going to be purely based off of personal experience. Like, for instance, a lot of the stuff that I bought early on from like Amazon and stuff, that was just like anything and everything diamond painting. It's like, yeah, I didn't need one of those giant spatula looking straighteners. I never used that. And just some other stuff, like some of those quote unquote fancier pens that are just like basically just a pen still, but with like a pretty design. It's like, yeah, it's still going to be just as uncomfortable as the one that comes in the kit. And yeah, just stuff like that. Just, what to look out for. Like, watch out, hazard ahead. There's going to be some stuff that you don't need that someone's going to try to, or that you're going to think that you want to buy. Like those little sticky, rubbery things that are supposed to grip your tray. I've never had a use for those. Just a lot of stuff I ended up throwing away after I bought it. So just stuff like that. Shops to stray away from my personal experience. Like, I don't have that worry of like, ooh, you might upset blah, blah, blah. I'm totally beyond that now. So I don't mind being very candid and being like, hey, don't order from Paint with Diamonds. Here's my experience. Don't get a custom canvas from Heaven and Earth Designs. Here's my experience. I don't mind being that blunt because it's stuff that I wish someone would have told me when I first started. So, and the shops that I would tell people to avoid would be DIY Moon Shop and Uniquely Yours Down Under, but neither of those are in business anymore, so I guess that's kind of a moot point. But yeah, just stuff like that. So ground level, I'm just going to use the stuff that's in the kit. Don't bother me with anything else. And then subsequent videos will be like, what if you want to add this? What if you're thinking about investing in this? Is it worth it or not? From my opinion. So I think that's how I'm going to approach the intro to diamond painting video that a lot of folks have done. Didn't think that I would ever do that because it's been done before, and like I said, a lot of my channel is one that people find after they've gotten into it because I'm, what I say? I'm a B-sides content creator. But I got a few comments saying that, hey, they just found me and they just started diamond painting. I'm like, really? Cool. So anyway, well, we're coming up to our street. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. But thank you so much for coming along as always. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Otherwise, happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye. Bye. Say bye, baby. Come here. Apollo, come here. Pay attention. Excuse me. Say bye. Apollo. I'm going to make him do it. He hasn't done it in a while. Come here. Up, up. Okay, good boy. Bye.